Yeah, I mean, well, John Lennon. When we met John Lennon, you know, we were very excited to meet him, obviously, and no one was talking to him because everybody was trying to be cool. It's one thing my brothers and I were never. We were never cool. We pretty much, like, you know, what you saw was what you got. Never, but John was we were at this party, and everybody was standing around the room glancing at him, but no, he was sitting in a chair by himself. And the three of us ran up the stairs. And we were literally like the Three Stooges trying to get in front of the other guy. And we just, you know, I think he probably thought we were assassins. We just ran up and said, "Oh my God, John Lennon, you're our idol. We love everything you've ever done, blah, blah, blah." And my brother Bill said, "Oh, how rude. I'm Bill. This is my brother Bill and Mark." And he goes, "Yeah, I know who you are. You're the kings of Saturday morning." And we went, "He knows who we are." So I don't know if he was equally. He couldn't have been an equal fan because he was like, you know, forget about it.
But he did know who you are.
Oh
And that
yeah,
really...
and that was cool. Yeah, and that was always a thrill. You know, the first concert tour my brothers and I ever did. I think I told you this, Bonnie. One of the first stops was someplace in Dallas. We were in the back of the car, and our manager at the time, Ed Leffler, who's since passed away, Eddie. We were driving in the car, and my brother Bill looked. It was an amphitheater, and looked out, and there was just a sea of people, and then there was this big grassy knoll, and they were packed sitting on this knoll. And I remember Bill saying, "Wow, I wonder who's playing there." And it was us. We had no idea. I know it sounds weird. We had no idea. And when we walked out on stage and all the girls started to scream, it was like, what are they screaming at? It was kind of weird. I remember David Cassidy saying the first time he experienced that, he said to the girls, he said, "What do you, get out of here. What do you guys get?" Because it's a weird sensation. You don't know what, you kind of go, what are they screaming at? Jesus, me, or us, you know. And it's a weird thing because I don't know if I'm right. I don't think they really want to know you. I don't think they want to touch you. I don't think they want to, you know, I think part of the fan relationship is that you are an intangible to them. It's just like, you know, the Beatles, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, all these great performers that I had an opportunity to see perform. They were intangible to me. They were untouchable. They were bigger than life. I didn't even look at them almost as humans. You look at them as
almost like they exist in another dimension.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Like they're in another dimension, and I can't really get in that dimension, but I can view it. And I think that's really what the fan wants. They want that distance, because usually when you meet them, they don't, you know, they clam up. They don't say anything. And it's almost, you almost don't want to let them down by allowing them to break that barrier, because the real true fan is a fan from afar. Because as soon as they get too close, they're no longer that fan. Now they know you. And it's different. And that's what happened to John and me and my brothers. You know, although I still am and always will be a fan of his music and what he's done, but after hanging out together for all that, see, that's all right. You know what? Keep the barking dog on, because the contest is, can you tell the name of that dog from its bark? Even though my brothers and I became good friends with John, and we hung out every night and did whatever the hell it is we did, underneath all that, he was still one of the Beatles.
Was he still kind of in another dimension and human at the same time?
Yeah, he was. The other dimension would come in every once in a while, and John always, which was cool, he always gave us one a night, if you know, because we'd be sitting talking about whatever, you know, whatever we were talking about, you know, trying to pick up girls or just, you know, trying to stay out of trouble is what we were mainly talking about. But every once in a while you'd be talking and all of a sudden it would hit you and you'd go, well, why don't we go, and you go, wait a second, hold on a second. You wrote and you played and you sang Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And he would say, oh, you know, piss off and stuff like that. But he always would give us that one fan moment because it was real. And every once in a while, you know, you can't help it. You look at him and you go, okay, he's a Beatle. Forget about it. So, yeah, there is that other dimension is always there, especially when you start out being that big of a fan.